Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Louisiana beating Grambling State 40-10 to open the season. Quarterback Ben Woolridge throwing for 308 yards, 3 touchdowns. Harvey Broussard had 4 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown. And then also Caleb Cabote, the brother of Jacob Cabote, who was there on the Saints, who was actually there at the game last night and saw his little brother put on, had a pick six there in the game as well. So Elijah, we were roaming the sidelines, interacting with the guys. What was your takeaways from what you saw in this game?
Honestly, I saw a composed team. I saw a team that I think that, as long as they keep their composure, they could make a run for the Sun Belt. I mean, I feel like I disrespected these guys. I know we asked what the over under the total will be, and I said it will be 14 points, and for them to win 30 in the first game, I think that was expected, but it wasn't. I didn't expect it in the fashion that they did it. The first play of the game was an aggressive play call, play action down to Harvey Broussard from I'm going to say Chandler Fields, from Ben Woolridge. And this guy found him for 50 yards, and after that, their offense was going from there. And I think that what I seen yesterday from Ben, just taking whatever the defense gave him, he took his shots whenever he needed to. He dink and dunk whenever he needed to. He ran and protected himself to slide whenever he needed to. And I think that's what was awesome. Of course, it's just game one. It was kinks there, defensively, offensively. There was some kinks that was, they could polish up headed into week 2 as they go to Kennesaw State next week. But I would say this was a impressive week 1 from last year, especially what I seen against Northwestern State. I feel like this team was more complete, under poised. They were so calm, and it was letting the game come to them. And that's why I think that this team can be something special in the future, especially this year with the Sun Belt.
Absolutely. If I remember correctly, I think I said that it was going to be a 30-point victory or something like that. I think I said that just because, with the amount of experience that these guys had, there was no doubt that they were going to be able to click. I think the only thing that they wish they were able to do early on was to get the run game clicking a little bit more. There in the second half, they were able to pop off some bigger runs. Zylan Perry had a few runs in there. Elijah Bill Davis, Draylon Washington had the first touchdown of the season for the Cajuns there in that first drive after that 50-yard pass to Harvey Broussard. And like, we said in last week's episode, or maybe 2 episodes, I think it was, that the run game sets up everything else. And the reason that UL was able to run that shot play as the first play of the game is because we were talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we were taking bets. I was like, I guarantee you the first play of the game is going to be stretch. Because if you look at it on film, us being media members covering this team, we know what style of play that they like to do things. And UL is the type of team, they want to go downhill. They're going to hit you with a few gap schemes. They're going to run stretch here and there. And so to, hit them with the play action, I was shooting the game. So looking at it through this eyepiece, the way that I'm looking at it is I see Ben extend his arm out. And so I'm always late to the ball when it's a handoff. So I naturally was waiting to see if he still had it. And so when I saw that he had it, I said, oh, he about to do something with this thing. And I seen he kind of cocked his shoulder like this, followed the ball through the air, and there's Harvey Broussard there down the field for a 50-yard play. And we asked the guys there in post-game a couple of times, is this the style of play that y'all want to be? Do y'all want to be an aggressive offense? And, Ben got to the podium and said that that's what you dream of as a quarterback. You want to be a part of an explosive offense. You want to be a part of a, offense that is able to run the football, that's able to set up everything else that they have. I think offensively they were able to do just about everything they wanted. Cleaning up their run game early on, getting it to flow a little bit better early on is probably the main thing that they wanted to do. But big shout outs to Caleb Cabote, man, getting a pick six there, being able to have that opportunity, defensively, when you're able to get turnovers and give your offense an extra possession. And then also when you're able to just turn it into points, that is always something that you got to tip your cap to, because yes, your job is to stop them, but when you can turn that into actual points or put your offense in position to go and get more points, then you're doing your job above and beyond at that point. So, what did you think the defense did the best when it came to going against Grambling?
Bend don't break, because Grambling had plays where they got down the field, and of course they was striking distance to score a couple of times, but they never broke. Especially with Capote's interception, that drive alone just showed it because Grambling was moving the ball on that drive, but then they just kept their composure. Like I said, Capote jumps the well. He really sat there because he threw it right at him. Throws the ball right at him. He takes it to the house, 50 yards, touchdown. So it was like that's what I really liked about it. I mean, there are some things that again, like we said, it was only week one, so they still have some stuff to get under control. But what I like is that they never broke. They never broke at all. They never broke character. One guy wasn't trying to be that guy. It was everybody just saying 11 hats to the ball or playing their keys. That's what I really liked about the defense. So with this complete team win, because it was a very complete team win, I just want to see what can happen coming to week two of how can they come together again. But with that being said, Fitz, a lot of things surprises us, right? It's only week one, but what took you by surprise in this game for the Cajuns?
I was not necessarily surprised, but it was more of a confirmation of being able to see how they were able to disperse the ball everywhere to their receivers, and that they were able to go out and make plays. Harvey had catches, Tavion Smith had catches, Terrence Carter had catches. Jacob Bernard had a few catches here and there. Just the way they were able to space the ball out. UL has never really been the type of team where it's like, okay, this is the guy that we're going to throw the ball to 80 times this season. Everyone kind of gets 30 to 40 receptions if they can do it like that. And just the way that they were able to be efficient in a lot of their drives and going down the field, getting the ball into their playmakers' hands and just letting them get out in space and do the rest. When you can have the confidence to say the first play of our season offensively, we're going to take a shot play and see what we can get. Coach Dez joked in postgame saying, he wished Harvey was a little bit faster. It would have been a touchdown. To have that confidence to even say, like, all right, bro, if they're in man-to-man and you beat your guy one-on-one, I need you to just go out and make a play. That is a vote of confidence. That is a nod of confidence that you're giving and invoking into these receivers, these pass catchers, that they're just going to be able to continue to build on as the season goes on. And they're just going to get better as they go along because they're going to get more chemistry built because now they have some game action under their belt. And so now that is going to allow them to have even bigger games. So now Harvey might not have a 4 for 76. He might have a 6 for 120, or, Terrence Carter could have a 5 for 85. You just never know when you have all of these guys that have experience, that are used to the flow of the offense. And as they build on it week to week, each week it's not going to be the same person because defenses are going to start watching film. They're going to start game planning. Defenses are going to start doing things like clouding coverage towards Harvey, or they're going to, try to figure out a way to take him out of your game plan. Or if they realize that you're running the football really well, they're going to load the box up. So you're going to have to be able to do multiple things in order to keep your offense rolling. And so, like, the way that receiver core, man, like that group was just able to come out, catch the ball for Ben when they needed to. I think Ben was 25 of 33, so that was like 75% completion. So when he was putting it on them, they was making the catches. And there was very few drops that happened throughout the game. But it was a lot of places where those guys were able to go out and just make plays. What was your biggest surprise?
The first play call. I mean, that
Yep.
play action pass, that bomb down the field. Like we said, we was talking about what would a first play call would be, and for him to do something like that, be aggressive to go over the top and find Harvey Broussard, I think that to me could set the tone of what they can be. We're not going to sit back and let this game go away because we're gonna attack it the right way, and I think that's what I liked about what Coach Desimo said in the presser from Ben and from Harvey. They're gonna attack what they can, and I appreciate that. I know when it happened, me and you looked at each other like, but we looked at each other in awe because of honestly. they have explosive weapons, like you just said. They have a lot of explosive weapons. So what they're going to do with them this year, I can't wait to see what goes on from week 2 and on because, boy, that was exciting. That was really exciting. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's what you want to have. Louisiana will now go into next week facing off with Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State dropped their week 1 game. It was to UTSA. They lost 28-16. Looking at the money line, UL has opened as a 15-point favorite. Out of the gate, they are a 15-point favorite. I'm not trying to put no rat poison out there, anything, nothing like that. I'm not trying to put any bulletin board material. I don't want to end up on Kennesaw State's hype video for this week. But it should just be interesting to see what UL will do. It's going to be their first road test. They're going to, get on a plane and fly out there to Kennesaw, Georgia, and be able to match up with the Kennesaw State Owls, I believe it is, that is their mascot. So that should be a good one. That matchup will be on September the 7th. That Saturday. It is a 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN Plus. So we will have our eyes out on that one. Hold up. Before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode.